How you doing today, guys? Welcome back to another day of 7th grade math. This is Mr. Gomez, your favorite teacher in the whole world. And today we're going to talk about scale drawings and scale factors. Okay, this is going to be very similar to similar shapes and similar shapes on the video that we talked about before. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to do a few different samples because we haven't covered this too much. So let's get started. This is TEKS 7.5C. And these questions are very similar to what you might find on the STAR test. So number one, it says the diagram below shows a parallelogram. Okay? If the parallelogram was enlarged, that means it's going to get bigger. Now, whenever we talk about scale factors, if the number is more than 1, it's going to get bigger, so therefore you're going to have to multiply. If the number is less than 1, or a fraction with the numerator smaller than the denominator, is going to get smaller, and you're going to have to divide. And we're going to see a little bit of both in a little bit, okay? So let's pay attention right now. So it says it's going to get enlarged. That means it's going to get bigger with a scale factor of 3. We're trying to find the perimeter of the new shape, okay? We're trying to find the perimeter of the new shape. So whenever the scale factor is just a whole number, all you gotta do is multiply whatever you get and you're gonna get the new numbers. So the new parallelogram, and I'm not gonna draw it to scale because I don't have space, but I'm gonna try. Say something like that. All I gotta do, the scale factor is 3, I multiply this by 3, multiply that by 3, and then I get my new sides. 28 times 3 is 84, so this is 84, therefore this is also 84, and 12 times 3 is 36, therefore this is also 36, okay? Why did I mark it in both of them? Because I need to find the perimeter, and to find the perimeter, all I gotta do is add all the sides. If I add all the sides, I get my perimeter. So let me move this a little bit, hold on. So that's my new one. And to find the perimeter of the new one, all I gotta do is add them all up. So 84 plus 84 plus 36 plus 36 gives me 240, which is going to be my answer. Again, all you have to do is add 84 plus 84 plus 36 plus 36 and gives you that number right there. When the scale factor is a whole number, all you gotta do is multiply it. Now let's look at number 3. It says a scale drawing of the school flag is shown below. That's a scale drawing. Usually the drawing is going to be the small one and the actual flag is going to be the big one. It says the scale factor is 5 centimeters equals 6 inches. What is the dimensions of the actual flag? So every time you're given the factor with 2 different numbers, all you gotta do is write it again. So the scale factor is 0.5 to 6, and these are centimeters, inches. The thing right here is that you're gonna have to find the new measures for both of them separately. And it's not hard, the only thing is that you're gonna have to do it twice. So I have centimeters on top. I'm going to write the new, this is the length, and this is the width. Length, and this is the width. I'm going to have to find it again. So I'm going to find the length first. It doesn't matter which one I find first, but that's what I'm going to find. And since the length is given to me in centimeters, I'm going to keep the centimeters on the top. So I'm going to put in 6 right there. This is going to be x. Now I can do cross products. So this is going to be 0.5. X equals to 36. And dividing by half is like multiplying times 2. Dividing by half is like multiplying times 2. So if you divide by 0.5, 36 divided by 0.5 you get 72. So x equals 72. So the new length is going to be 72 inches. 72 inches. You know that's not any of the answers. Now to find the width, you're going to have to do it again. You're going to use the same right here, the scale factor given to you. You're going to reuse that. Centimeters, inches. So you have 0.5 and you have 6. And the width, that's what you're looking for right now. The width, which is 4 in centimeters, that goes on top, and then like that. So you're going to have 0.5x equals to 24. So x equals to 48. So this is going to be 48 inches. Now if you notice, none of this says 48 by 72. That's because the answers are given in feet. So every foot has 12 inches. So all you gotta do now is divide this by 12. And that's on the reference chart. You will be given that. 72 divided by 12 gives you 6 feet. 48 divided by 4 gives you 12. Is gonna be 4 feet. So it's gonna be a 4 by 6, which is C. This is a little more complicated. You can expect to see a question like this on the test because it includes scale drawings, scale factor, and unit conversions. Now number 4, it says the diagram shows a triangle. This student drew a triangle with the scale factor 2/3. Remember when I told you, if you get a whole number, you just multiply, but if you get a fraction with the numerator smaller than the denominator, just a regular fraction, the new drawing is going to be smaller, okay? We're finding the perimeter. Again, for the perimeter, all you got to do is add all the sides together, all the 3 sides of the new drawing. So, this is how we're going to do it. Every time you're given a fraction, you can just multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. That's kind of the easy way. Okay, so on this one, every time you're given the scale factor, all you got to do is multiply by the new numbers. But if you have a fraction, the easiest way to do it is to multiply by the top and then divide by the bottom number. So I'm going to draw my new triangle, which is the small one. The scale factor is 2/3, and all I gotta do is multiply by each one of them. Multiply by each. Okay, but the fast way to do it, because we don't like to multiply by fractions, right? And of course, if you multiply by a fraction, you just do it. Let's take this one. 15 times 2/3. Just put a 1 under. This is 30. Divided by 3, which is 10. So this one is 10. All you gotta do is multiply by the top and then divide by the bottom. 12 times 2 equals 24. Divide by 3 and you get 8. And then the last one, this is times 2, which is 12. Divide by 3 and you get 4. Now add them together and you get 22. Why do I add them? Because I'm looking for the perimeter. Next one. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we're looking at this figure. The scale factor is 2/3. The teacher drew a trapezoid below. She asked the student to enlarge the trapezoid by the scale factor of 3/2. So we're going to make a bigger one. How do I know it's a bigger one? Because I have an improper fraction right there. Okay? Plus, it also says enlarge. That's going to get bigger. It says, if the student enlarged the original trapezoid correctly, the height of the new trapezoid is going to be what? So we're looking for the height right there. So again, we can do the same thing. All you have to do is multiply that times 2/3. 3/2. That's my scale factor. Put a 1 under if you want. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. So this is 6. So my answer is going to be 6. See, I didn't even have to find all of them. All I had to do was find whatever they asked me for. In this case, they asked me for the height. Let's see what else we have. Let's look at number 3. It says Colette found a picture of a doll and wants to make it for her younger sister. In the picture, the doll is 3.5 centimeters tall. She's going to use a scale factor of 8 to 1. This is the same thing as 8 over 1. How tall will the doll be? So it's going to get bigger, at least by 8 times. Okay? It's going to get way bigger. So it's not going to be this one because that's really close to the answer. So really, all you have to do is multiply this by 8 or by 8 over 1, which the bottom is still going to be 1, so you really don't need it. So 3.6 times 8, this is 48, carry the 4, so it ends in 8. 4 times 3 is 24, and 4 is 28. You have 1, boom. The answer is going to be D. Whenever you're given the scale factor, all you have to do is multiply. Multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. Let's see, one more. Hester is trying to find the width of a famous painting. This is the painting on the book. So, this picture, what is this? What is it then? So this is just like a scale drawing, similar shape and scale drawing. So we have 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So we have big over small, 1 and 2. B1, I don't know. S1 is 3. B2, or B2 is 17.5. And S1 is 3.5. This is not different than before. The only difference is that we have decimals. And of course, you can always expect to see decimals on the test. So you're going to have 3.5x equals to 3 times 17.5. 3 times 17.5. When you multiply those two, you get 52.5. Divide by 3.5, divide by 3.5. That cancels out, so your x is going to be 15. So we're saying that this is 15. And if you kind of look at it, it has to be less because this went smaller, so this has to be smaller. And it kind of did. It did. Is there any question so far about scale factors? Again, for scale factors, all you have to do is multiply by whatever the scale factor is, and then you are done. If you learned something today, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. That is it for this one, guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.